Oh, my Lord. I don't know what this is about. Okay. Anyway, it looks like I'm finally live on Facebook and YouTube. So I see what's going on now. Hold on. Let me get this thing straight because it's just a challenge with these things. All right. Took me a minute to get that straight. So my name is Tammy Morrison, and I am here, matter of fact, and all that, trying to freshen up my lip gloss. So I'm here to do Tuesday Healing Chats. And I'm just going to be before you for just a few minutes because I wanted to just come on here and just share a little bit. These devices. Okay. I wanted to just come on here and talk a little bit about why are you here? Why are you here? So many times we don't even really know why we're here. We don't know. We have, we guess a lot of times, and sometimes we go through so many things in our life that we really don't understand why we are here. And so I wanted to just come on and share that, there are times when, because I want to talk about intuition, because I just did an amazing podcast that you have to listen to. It's actually already up. Um, I interviewed this beautiful psychic medium, and she was amazing. And so, one of the things that we talked about was intuition, and that inspired this conversation. Why are you here? And connecting to that part of you that is intuitive, because everyone is intuitive. So many times people think that that's a special gift and that, only special people have it. Or if you say you're a psychic medium or whatever, then that is how, you use that gift. But we are all intuitive. We all have an intuitive gift. Women, especially, because they talk about women's intuition, but men have it as well. Because my husband is hella intuitive, and I absolutely love that about him. So when you are discovering why you are here, why are you here? What is the reason that you were placed on this earth at this time? Now, one of the things I have thought about in the past is that I know that I am in the proper time just because of how I had to have my babies. So, for those of you that don't know, I had two babies two babies, but I didn't have any of them vaginally. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even dilate past 5 with either one of them. They actually let me labor for 20 some hours, and then they cut me, and then I had C-sections with both of my babies. And so I had a third one I didn't have to have, and I was so grateful, so grateful. But I realized that if I was born in another time, or if I was in like the 15, 16, 17, 1800s, maybe even early 1900s, I would not probably be here at this time. Because they didn't really know how to cut babies out of women. And when they did, a lot of times they either kill the baby or they kill the woman, or, both of them. And so I realized that I'm fortunate to have been in this place, in this time period, when I had my children. Otherwise I would not probably still be here. So, in context of that, I think about other things. Why am I here? What is it that I'm supposed to do in this earth? What am I supposed to do on this planet? Besides the things, the obvious things, like, of course, I'm a mother. And so I had my children, and that was one of my purposes on this planet. I'm a wife, and so I'm my husband's wife. And so that is one of my purposes on this planet. But beyond that, what is it that you are called to do? What is it that you feel in your heart? You feel it in your cells and in your bones. You get goosebumps when you think about it. What is that thing that you are called to do? Because typically, many times, we go through life just bouncing around, bumping around, hitting our head. There are people that, know their calling early and are able to step into it. But other times you don't know. And then you get caught up a lot of times with, Hollywood stuff and what you see on TV and all of that kind of stuff. And you don't even understand, how to connect with that part of you where you can get those answers of why are you here? What do you feel like you're supposed to do on this earth? Are you a person that is a philanthropist? And I'm going to talk a little bit about life path because mine is a nine. And so for me, nines are humanitarians, nines are leaders, nines are called to make change in the world, nines are called to care for people. And so those are some of the characteristics of the nine in numerology. And so I would encourage you to, as you're on this path, to find out what your life path is. And how you find out is you add up the numbers in your date of birth. So the numbers in my date of birth are 11, 1, because I was born November the 1st, 11, 1, and then 1968. So you add up all of those numbers and you reduce it down to get a single number, unless you get 11, 22, I think, and 33, because those are like major numbers. I can't remember what the term is for 'em. Cardinal numbers. But um, in numerology, it's an amazing thing. And once you start looking into that, I would encourage you to look into numerology. I would encourage you to look at your human design, because these are ways that you can begin to understand who you are and why you are here. Because when you start to do that and you start to really hone in and step in and begin to connect to your intuition, to your intuitive gifts, to the things that you were called to do on this planet. So one of the things that I love to guide people in to do is to connect with the breath, because that really is the first thing that you want to do when you begin to dive into embodying who you are. You want to connect with the breath. You want to take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a couple of seconds, and then you want to let it out with the sigh. And so in that way you can breathe in peace, and then you can breathe out negativity, and you can set that intention in order to be able to manipulate in those ways, so that you can begin to really dial into who you are and what it is that you desire in this planet and what you're truly called to do. Because many times we do things that we are really not called to do. Like, I have worked like a mule, and I know at this point in my life that I have worked too hard, because I'm not designed to work in the way that I have worked. And so that's something that I had to embody, and it had to really flow through me. So when you begin to figure out, or when you begin to see, when it begins to flow through you, what it is that you desire and why you are here, because we all have a reason why we are here. Some people are here just to love on others. Some people are here, as I am, to heal and to give messages of empowerment. And also, my beautiful guests that I've interviewed amazingly, because on my podcast, I interview spiritual entrepreneurs, and that stuff geeks me up and lights me up. And so that's one of the things I know that I was put here to do, is to um, talk to spiritual entrepreneurs and help them get out into the world so that they can do the jobs that they are put here to do. They can do the things, give the messages of empowerment and love and peace and grace and all the things that, we're called to do. Now, the thing that I realize is that not everybody does things in the same way. And this is another thing I wanted to speak to today is you want to become your own guru. Now, I know that we study people and we follow people, all of that kind of stuff, and that is okay. And it's a good thing that we do this. However, we want to become our own guru. You want to listen to the guidance that you get from your team, and you can get that guidance in a variety of ways. I'm going to pull this card right now for us because I've set the intention for us to get a card that helps us in a way. A card that may illuminate some things for you, because that's what these cards do that I'm pulling from. Now, I don't always do cards, but cards are good. So this card that I just pulled, and I pulled it from the Embrace Your Power and Magic deck, which is amazing. And it says, take care of you and yours. Take care of you and yours. Take care of you and yours. So if you looked at that, then maybe you saw that you were designed to be a caretaker. You are designed to be a caretaker. You're designed to take care of the things that, in your life and the people in your life. And so you can dive deeper and you can go really, really down the rabbit hole to figure out what it is that you really, 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 really want to do, and what it is that you really feel called to do. And also you can begin to really tune into your intuition by journaling. What I tell people to do is to connect with the breath and then begin to set an intention to receive answers when you journal. So you might want to, like I just did, I wrote down a question and then I sat with it. I took some deep breaths and connected with my breath and connected with my team and called my spirit team in. God, source, universe, your angels, your archangels, your ancestors, your ascended masters, whoever it is that you work with, goddesses, whoever, call them in and actually connect with your breath and begin to just allow and the information to flow through you and write it down. And you will be surprised at, excuse me, you will be surprised at what will come through for you. You'll be surprised. I mean, it'll shock you, the information that will flow to you. So, again, who are you and why are you here? What is your mission on this earth? I would love it if you would drop it in the comments after you've listened. So, those of you that are catching the replay, drop it in the comments and let me know, because I would love to know why you're here. And I think it will also help you in clarity, to have clarity as well. Because many times, especially if you are a spiritual entrepreneur or if you are going through a spiritual awakening, a lot of times it's a challenge to get clarity, especially if you are gifted in a lot of areas. And I surely understand that because you want to do all the things. And you know what? You can. You can. However, you want to get clear on what it is that you're here to do in this earth. All right, so that is all I have for you for Tuesday Healing Chats. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me. Those of you that are catching the replay, make sure you hit a hashtag replay so that I can properly greet you. And also, I would love it if you would drop in the comments. Why are you here? What is your mission on this planet? What are you here to do? And how can I support you? If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, you can come on my show, Straight Outta Savannah, and talk about it because I speak to spiritual entrepreneurs who are changing the planet. I also have an amazing special coming up now for the Lionsgate. The Lionsgate is a powerful time, and we are actually right now in the full moon energy. And so I'm doing DNA activations, which are powerful in that energy. So if that is something that you have been wanting to do and wanting to have done, I'm doing those for about half the price that I normally charge for those. So it's a special just for Lionsgate. So you have to book by the 8th of August, or I'll give you to the 10th. By the 10th of August, you have to book for that service. But it's DNA activation and it's $333. And so we'll do the activation, and then I also do a session where I go over your report because the report is hella long. I mean, it really is worth every minute and every dime, but it's really long. And so I go over that report and see if you have questions. Hey, Angie, thank you for joining. And see if you have questions on that. And that's something that, I'm doing for the Lionsgate portal. Now I do it other times too, but I wanted to just do this special for Lionsgate because I know, this is a powerful energy and it helps to transmute so much and helps to really get in there when I'm doing those activations. So again, if you haven't seen my post that I put out yesterday with the testimonial on that, I would encourage you to go to that, or you could hit my YouTube channel and find Straight Outta Savannah with Sarah Yancey. That is the testimonial that I have, one of the best ones for that service. So if that is something that you've been thinking about and you've been wanting to, you want to chat about it, you can hit me up in the DMs, and we can have a chat. And also support me on Patreon, and I will drop that link in the comments as well as the link for the DNA activation testimonial. And I will also drop the link in the comments for the last podcast that just got uploaded. So, again, thank you for hanging out with me. It's been a blast. I'll definitely be back on again tomorrow for the Power Hour. And I'll also be on Ebony and Ivory on spiritual growth with my partner, Megan Marie. So again, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, and weekend. And right now, y'all, it is 222. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, or weekend, whenever it is you catch this. But make sure that you drop in the comments and tell me, why is it that you're here? Why are you here? What is your mission on this planet? All right. So thank you so much. Bye.